When we requested the best view on the planet, we didn't know this is what they had in mind. My name is Branndon Bargo.
And I'm Greg Bargo, and today we're in the Lone Star State.
And we are the Highpointers.
Yeah!
My name is Branndon Bargo. My brother Greg and I have been climbing mountains all over the world for years. Our obsession is high pointing. We find the highest natural point wherever we are and do whatever it takes to stand on top of it. Sometimes it's a mountain, other times a molehill, but we've learned the real excitement is found in the journey to get there. So join us as we climb to the top of all 50 U.S. states. We are the Highpointers.
Greg, are you ready for the first big adventure?
Let's do it.
All right, so Greg, today we are visiting the greatest state on the planet. We might be a little biased because it is Texas, because it's where we're from. Born and raised, right?
Right.
So we're gonna climb Guadalupe Peak National Park. Anytime you do a mountain, it's always changing. Seasons change, precipitation changes. You're the detail guy, as you say. So what do we got?
That sounds awesome, man. So let's go through the climbing portion at least. Trip preparation checklist, so what we like to call the shun list.
Shun list? Why is it the shun list?
Because they all end in shun.
Okay, you got it.
Location, elevation, precipitation, gear identification, and regulation. As far as location goes, it's located in Guadalupe Mountains National Park. The trail is 8.5 miles round trip and has 3,000 feet of elevation gain. Let's go through precipitation. It's a desert environment, it being West Texas, so you don't get a whole lot of rain, but you get a lot of weather variations, so you kind of have to be prepared as far as gear goes. Kind of the final thing is regulation. It is a national park, so there's a entrance fee to get in. It's a pretty small fee.
It's like $5,
Yeah, it's
right?
like $5. Pay your entrance fee, get in there, climb up and down, and that's really about it.
That is nice, yeah.
So, man, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, so here's what it's gonna look like. We're gonna start on the east side of Texas. We're gonna start in Houston. And what I've got in store for us is we have a behind the scenes tour of NASA Johnson Space Center. And here's the sweetest part. We have a guest, beyond all guests. We have astronaut Dr. Scott Parazynski, who's gonna be joining us. He is the only person in the world to have climbed to the top of Mount Everest and gone out to space. Impressive guy,
That's
right?
amazing.
Amazing guy. And then we're gonna head west to San Antonio. We are gonna go to this really cool, kind of funky vibe, happening place called Mi Tierra Restaurant. And then from San Antonio, we're gonna keep heading west through the mountains, and we're gonna stop off and visit McDonald Observatory. We're gonna check out these huge telescopes, and then from there, we're gonna finish off with the highest point in Texas at Guadalupe Peak. The good thing about having a younger brother is he does all the driving.
Road tripping, baby.
All right, Greg, so I mentioned to you the guest on this Texas adventure is going to be Scott Parazynski, and I think it could be a little intimidating to have a guy that's climbed Everest and gone to space. He's got PhDs, he's a doctor.
Yeah, just starting to look at his bio, it's
Yeah.
exhausting just reading through it. I mean, this dude is super impressive.
I remember 8th grade, I barely passed algebra. Actually, I didn't pass. I failed it 3 times, but you know how they say everything is bigger in Texas? But you know what's bigger than Texas? Space. Scott,
Hey, guys.
man, Greg and I have been talking all day about getting to meet a real-life astronaut. And I was like, Greg, I have not been this impressed with somebody since we've met. Do you remember this? When we met Puck from Real World Season 3.
I remember.
I mean, it was amazing. So, yeah, we wanted to come here, check out NASA, where you're the expert, and then we're gonna head west, finish off climbing Guadalupe Peak, hopefully with you, if you'll join us.
I'm going to be there. Absolutely. That sounds great. Come on into my office. So come check this out. You'll be blown away.
Wow.
So inside here we have a full mock-up of the International Space Station.
This thing is huge.
So what are some kind of major features of the pool that we're looking at here? Like, just treat us like we don't know anything, but we really do, but you can treat us like we don't know anything.
You bet. That'll be easy.
Scott knows us too well.
Yeah. It's 40 feet deep, 102 feet wide, and 202 feet in length.
It would be kind of cool to see the astronauts too. Is that the best spot from up top?
Let's go do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it.
So today you were in there 6 hours, 7 hours?
Yeah,
So would you say the physical or the mental aspect, or is it both that's the most difficult?
At the end, the mental, yeah.
It starts getting to you, right?
Yeah, because, you know, after the strength goes, the mental part will keep you.
Yeah.
But that last 35, 40 minutes, especially when they call up and say, "Hell, you got 30 minutes." That's the longest 30 minutes on the planet.
Yeah. We want to talk to you about your big ordeal.
The solar
up
panel,
there.
yeah. The airlock where we exit from is right down here. The solar panel is way out at the very tip of the space station, as far away from the airlock as you can possibly go. And that's where, of course, the problem happened. On this particular spacewalk, I was actually out on a robotic arm, so it actually took about 45 minutes to kind of sweep me around to the very tip of that solar panel to do the repair work. So that's a bit of a higher risk because it's a longer trip back in if something were to go wrong.
So we got Neutral Buoyancy Lab. Where are you taking us next?
It's going to be great. We're heading to mission control. There's a lot of incredible history, you know, walking on the moon to walking in space today.
So there's a historic mission control, and then there's one that's currently being used.
Correct. We have arrived. This is the actual operational flight control room that's overseeing the crew aboard the International Space Station that's been in orbit for almost 18 years now.
So 24/7, 365,
Yep.
something is happening.
For 18 years.
For 18 years.
18 years. So Scott, there is this partition here, but if there's a red button that I can just like smash my hand down onto and just stuff starts shooting out, fireworks start
in the
going.
other flight control room, you might be able to get away with that. We'll take a look.
Okay.
Whoa. A little bit different technology.
Oh yeah, the early Gemini flights, all of the Apollo missions, including Apollo 11, took place right here. There's a lot of history. This is actually a National Historic Landmark.
I think I read on the website, it said something like the technology that we have in our phones is more advanced than even here
Oh,
at
absolutely.
Mission Control. So
Yeah.
it's, to me, the mind-blowing thing to think about is how did we get guys up into space with technology that just doesn't even compare to today? I still think it's like one of the biggest achievements that we as Americans have been able to accomplish, right?
Oh,
It's just
absolutely. Yeah.
amazing. So Scott, you've shown us around all over NASA, so now we're headed to the mountain, and you're welcome to come with us. Are you up for it?
Let's share a mountain. That sounds great. Yeah, look forward to it.
So you have a couple options. You can jump in the car with us, right? And we've got, I don't know, give or take 7 or 8 hours, you know?
Something like that.
So you can go cross country.
Or cross state. But
Cross state, yeah. Or if you'd like, you can choose your own form of transportation.
I think I'm going to take the space shuttle.
So,
a little bit faster.
yeah, he'll be there in 2 minutes, and we'll be there in about 8 hours. So
Great.
all right.
Look forward to it.
Okay, next time we see you, be at the mountain.
Climb on.
So we're just leaving NASA, hanging out with Dr. Scott Parazynski and him showing us around. I think I've worked up an appetite. Let's go to San Antonio and get some Mexican food.
let's do it.
Sometimes we call Greg Crazy Chucky.
Pretty sure that was just made up on the spot.
I'm the funniest person to myself, but in the end it doesn't really matter because I spend a lot of time alone in the mountains, you know? With myself and squirrels.
Hello, gentlemen. How's it going? Welcome to mi tierra.
Thank you so much. Brandon,
Michael Cortez.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I hear you guys are going to climb the highest point here.
The highest
in
point in Texas. We figured this is a good kind of stop-off point. You know, we're going from East Texas to West Texas and mi tierra. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Can you tell us about the history?
You know, this restaurant was started by my grandfather, Pedro and Cruz Cortez. Because he loved, Guadalajara, loved Mexico, he really wanted to name something after, what he loved. And so he named his restaurant Mi Tierra. And Mi Tierra actually, it really translated into my dirt, but what it really means is my home and my homeland.
So to you, family is important, right? This is a family place.
Absolutely.
We've got family right here. We are brothers. So every time we go somewhere, doesn't matter where, we're always looking to compete. You guys probably don't have a food challenge, but I was going to see maybe if you had an idea so I can kind of show Greg what's up.
Why not like a jalapeno eating contest? What do you think?
Yeah.
You think you bit off more than you can chew?
I like to win these competitions, but I don't usually do very well with spicy food.
You guys ready?
I think we're ready.
All right. Also, I brought some friends of mine to kind of serenade us while we're doing this little friendly competition. So you eat as many as you can. Stems go in the plate, At the end of the song, the one with most stems wins.
Okay, all right.
All right, you guys ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I need the smallest one.
All right, man. He's smoking you.
There's some water.
Chile no puede con el chile. How many he got? 4. He has 4. You have 3.
He's got 3.
You can tie him with this one.
Where's the smallest one?
All right. Okay. You know what?
Well, here's the deal. It's a tie.
It is a tie. Although he does have a half eaten.
And actually, I got one full in my mouth.
And I can't breathe. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna have to give it to Greg. He's a winner.
As you can tell, my eyes are
We're just now leaving Mi Tierra restaurant. The food was excellent, and Greg crushed me in the jalapeno eating contest. Little defeating, but now we're on our way to McDonald Observatory. It's a great stop off before Guadalupe Peak, and we're gonna meet our friend Emily there. She has been exploring McDonald Observatory for years, and really that's what this trip is all about. It's about exploring and getting out and adventuring.
Hey guys! How are you guys doing? I haven't seen you.
Give us a Bargo hug.
Good to see you guys.
It's always a good day to see Emily.
Yeah.
We're super pumped. One thing, great, like we were checking out these telescopes and we're like, man, can we climb up in them or get around in them? So whatever you let us do, we're gonna do.
Let's go in and check it out.
Wow, this thing is huge.
Come on in through here. And this is the Hobby Everly telescope.
So what's actually going on in here, Emily?
It's one of the world's largest optical telescopes. And what it is one huge primary mirror. And what we're looking at is 91 mirror segments that are placed together, they rest together so that they form this one huge mirror that is 11 meters wide. We can use our man lift, get as high as possible, and then look down onto the tracker. So if you're ready, let's suit up and let's go up there.
We're getting a behind-the-scenes tour of McDonald Observatory with Emily.
Yeah. And it might get a little bumpy since we're so far out here.
Hey-o. We're 80 feet up. Emily is shaking the heck out of us up here.
Branndon's gonna move the tracker here. And this is where you can see all the mechanisms that are moving to make this happen.
Wow, look at that. At night, is it moving this quickly, this fast?
Yes, it'll move this fast to set up on a target. Then it moves a lot slower. We have 2 people here at night, a telescope operator and an astronomer. And so the astronomer is saying, okay, this is where we want to go, this is the target we're going to look at. But the telescope operator is making sure everything's safe. They're actually doing the controls.
Today has been amazing. Getting these views of McDonald Observatory, I mean, these really are the most beautiful views in Texas. You have clear blue skies, beautiful air. So we're heading to Van Horn. It's a great base camp for Guadalupe Peak. We're gonna go to our Hotel El Capitan and then Guadalupe Peak, the highest point in Texas. All right, guys. Scott, so I wanted to point out that big rock that's jutting out right there, that big face, that's El Capitan.
El Cap.
Yeah, and it's kind of misleading because when you look at it, that looks like that's the summit. But right behind it is Guadalupe Peak, so that's where we're gonna be climbing to the summit. That's the Texas high point.
Excellent. Got to bag that peak.
So if you're ready,
Let's hit it.
let's do it.
And I just kind of want to go over the gear that we would need for this hike. Just a nice simple day pack is really all you need. You don't need any heavy, huge backpack. And it being a chilly fall morning, you want to have extra layers. One option is getting, you know, a nice rain jacket just in case you get any kind of rain. Today's doesn't look like there will be any.
You never know.
And then another thing is really just kind of having a small first aid kit kind of thing. Just, especially if you're with friends out, you know, just make sure you're covered in that area. Water bottles, there's no water going out or coming back, just at the trailhead.
That's a big deal on this mountain.
We tend to say, like, for this mountain specifically, like 4 liters, and even throwing in maybe an electrolyte
those things.
Mix or something like that in the water.
Boost it, especially the last bit of the hike.
Yeah. Always have plenty of snacks, sunglasses, sunblock. Really, that's all you would really need for this kind of hike. But big things are just snacks, water, some extra layers with your day pack.
And as Greg and I always like to say, there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad preparation, right? If you're ready for space, you're probably ready for today.
Yeah, probably.
All right, guys, beginning of an adventure. Greg and I, every time we start a climb and finish a climb, we do it with a high five.
Let's do it.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's do it.
I have to show you some of my traditions on top of the mountain.
Yes, absolutely.
Ever done a Popeye?
No.
I'll teach you Popeye.
Okay. Man, check out this view. Oh, it's awesome.
It's like as far as the eye can see.
Being in an airplane. Yes.
Actually, if you look really, really closely, you can see Canada.
Oh.
Got to squint.
Yeah. This is actually the road we drove in on right there.
All right.
And I mean, you can see that thing for miles.
And then right down below, we've got the parking lot. How high have we climbed, Greg? Do you know that?
Up here?
I haven't looked at the GPS, but we're over 1,000 feet of climbing so far. I mean, the really cool thing is this is the Chihuahuan Desert as you look out. I mean, it's, man, I don't know how many hundreds of miles we're looking out upon right here.
Can't believe I've lived in Texas for 24 years and this is my first time coming here, but
well,
I'm glad you guys brought me here.
I have a thing that if you haven't climbed Guadalupe Peak,
I've not lived.
You're probably not a Texan.
You're not really a Texan.
Okay, that too, yeah.
High standards, high standards. The great thing about Guadalupe Peak is it's always changing. And like through this section here, we've got pine trees and you're just coming in and out of them with these amazing views. And we're getting just up here to the top where the trail gets really exposed and it is awesome.
This mountain's always a little tougher than I expect. Like if you're not in shape to do this, the best way to get in shape is to do lots and lots of stairs and step ups.
All right guys, this is a great stop. Just take packs off, grab some water and food, and man, take a look at all these switchbacks. Like, what an amazing view.
Yeah, we covered all that ground.
So Scott, one of Greg and our favorite things, like just finding out what, motivates people and all the success you've had in space and really just all the success you've had in life. How would you say that the outdoors has really transferred and helped you?
Right. No, I'm sure for you guys too. The outdoors has really shaped me, and I hearken it back to my Boy Scout days actually. So, setting goals, whether it's to hike a peak or to attain the rank of Eagle, which I did. You have to break it down into manageable piece parts. There are merit badges, and then there are ranks and service projects, and it's a long haul, and it's easy to get discouraged. But if you can kind of keep your focus on the next step, the next rope length, the next day, the next week of a climb, or whatever the goal in your life is. For me, it was going to medical school. I really wanted to be a healer, and then I wanted to become a pilot and fly in space and become a climber and other things. And so, by having a really focused approach, by being resilient, not giving up, one of the things that I think is really important is not hanging out with people that bring you down, that don't support you.
Yeah. I like that because most of the stories we study are the failures. It's not always the successes that we study. It's a lot of times it's the failures that we learn from.
Exactly.
The thing about Guadalupe Peak is it never disappoints. It's always a quad burner. There's no flats or downs. It's always up, up, up. And it's rocky.
It's a little broken.
Yeah, it's loose. There's some boulders you're kind of maneuvering through. But overall, it's a good trail. you always have a good view, and the view always changes. And it just always seems to get better as you're moving up.
All right, guys, well, this is a good kind of final rest break before the summit push.
Cool.
And it's actually a pretty good spot. If you look up to the right, you can see you've got all these little bumps up in the sky, and what we can see right here is actually not the actual summit, but it's just right around the corner, as the famous saying goes. The ultimate question I've been wanting to ask, and I feel like it's the only question I've been wanting to ask: what is more difficult, summiting Mount Everest, the highest point in the world, or a spacewalk out to the far ends of the International Space Station?
Well, I guess I would describe both of them as a high pucker factor experience. So yeah, they're both really all-encompassing, very nerve-wracking kinds of experiences. But I guess I would say that physically on Everest, you feel like you're in harm's way every second of every day. It's cold. There's limited oxygen. It's tough to get the 5,000 or 6,000 calories a day that you need in your body just to survive. When you're up in space, inside the ISS or the shuttle, it's shirt sleeve weather, all the time, and you're just pushing off with your fingertips and flying like Buzz Lightyear everywhere you want to go. So you don't have the perceived life threat around you all the time as you do when you're up on a big mountain. But yeah, I wouldn't trade either experience for anything in the world. It was awesome.
What gives you more butterflies? What's more nerve-wracking, the moments before a shuttle launch, or is it heading up to the Everest summit?
Actually, probably the biggest butterfly has been going out on a spacewalk. Those moments before you open the hatch and you're looking straight down 250 miles at your planet, traveling at 17,500 miles an hour, and that is just, wow. There's no words to describe it.
Out of that.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen a book by Scott Perzynski yet. If anybody's going to write a book, it's going to be you, the guy that's climbed Everest and gone to space.
Well, thanks. I'm working on a book. It's actually going to be called The Sky Below, which is kind of appropriate for this place. I mean, you just look around us. We're looking down on creation, and it's just fantastic. And the perspectives that I've had from space, and even scuba diving, looking down in the ocean. So that kind of global perspective. So it's been inspiring to me, and I've got some cool stories that I want to share with people.
Well, we'll be some of your first readers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, what do you think? You ready? Final push?
Final push. Let's do it.
Let's head out.
Head out.
On the way.
So we're just about to the summit. The summit is right up there, and right over my left shoulder is El Capitan. So just, I don't know, maybe 4.5 hours ago, we were down there looking at El Capitan from the road, and now there it is. It's one of the best shots from the peak. There's 50 high points, but the Texas high point, I think, it's got to be one of the top 10. When I get close to a summit, the hairs on top of my head stand up. And then I realize it's lightning.
Nice. Well, made it, baby.
Congratulations, guys. Hard work paid off, man. Look at this view. Isn't it amazing? You got El Capitan over here, New Mexico around there, and it's just like 360-degree views of everything.
Top of the world known as Texas.
What do you think? It took us about 4 hours. Do you feel like it was worth it?
Definitely worth it. Highly recommended. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely got to bring the family back here. This is awesome.
Well, really want to thank you, Scott. I mean, Greg and I, we see each other every day, so.
We get bored with each other.
Yeah. So having you come along was amazing for us, and just getting to ask you all kinds of questions about space and Everest. And
well, it's been an awesome day for me too, hanging out with you guys, and I look forward to maybe hiking with you guys again. Want to do a special high five up here?
Yes, absolutely. You got something?
How about a little rocket sign off?
Yeah, I like it.
Let's do it.
Texas has been amazing. This is our hometown. This is where we're from, and it's a great place to start our high point adventures.
Yeah, NASA behind the scenes, went to San Antonio, ate good food, McDonald Observatory, out here in West Texas climbing the highest point. It's been amazing.
So 8,749 feet, an amazing summit, but we're off to other summits. So until next time, we're the Highpointers.